Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let's do this. Yeah, playing our intro music a little different tonight. Actually, I gotta control the level on the mixer. Actually, my DJ mixer. All right, we got a little sound. Gonna do a little update news, just like we did last time. Pre-recorded. It's late at night. I figured if I went live, there'd probably be one or two hanging out. But maybe later today we might got some time off. Be fun to hang out with y'all live for a bit. But anyway, we're gonna keep dropping these pre-recorded also because it's pretty comfortable doing it like this. And yeah, we're gonna get into some Sasquatchery, some Bigfootery, and some other news that I guess kind of pertains to Bigfoot and stuff like that. Yeah, anyone hear about the government shutdown? What are we at? Like 5, going on 6 days or something like that. And that's affected national parks, state parks also. I think did we touch on this? We touched on this last time. It's very possible. We'll have another look here. And Mesa Verde National Park there. Title here from The Guardian. Not sure what's happening. U.S. national parks in limbo as shutdown drags on. And I was doing a little more reading on this, and I heard that, for example, Yosemite National Park, which we check out the live stream that they have going on there, different webcams, and they announced, I guess, most the park's still open. So parks are still open, but the resources, or what would you call it? Resources are at a minimum. So, yeah, I wonder, are more people going out because of that? Is it, you ain't got to pay? Do you still have to pay? You got to fill out the little envelope and, drop it in the box or something. What about cryptids and all the weird stuff? Is that going to be more active? Will people go missing more? Will people be getting hurt more? I wonder. What do you think? Let me know. And anyone staying by any of these parks, like we have friends near Joshua Tree, yeah, let me know if you notice more human activity or both, any high strangeness too, in and around your state or national parks. Wonder how much longer this is going to drag on. What else is going on? We got, let's see, November 3rd, that Bigfoot game's coming out. Keep the trailer on the last video we did. Didn't get too many viewers on that, but it's all good. The info is out there. The 411 is out there. And we're going to be talking about 411 quite a bit, as Mr. David Paulides has dropped a new trailer to, he called it a Bigfoot movie, but yeah, it seems like, documentary, I would say. And yeah, I'm very interested. I follow all his work and have supported before, but also have really looked into a lot of the cases. And so I have my disclaimer for him too, that, yeah, you really gotta look in as we're buffering. We are buffering. As we are buffering, there, edit. You got to look into those cases for yourself too. Try to dig up whatever you can. And people have found some, I guess you would say, discrepancies in the way he presents some of the cases, which is understandable. And he's done a little disclaimer lately too, that, he's human, can't get it all right. But yeah, a lot of, what do you call them, sleuths out there. A lot of them doing good work too, doing their own investigating, their own versions of things, and bringing out sometimes extra details to things that could be important. Sister giggling up there. Yeah, she's upstairs. Up late tonight also. Yeah, we'll check that trailer out too. We'll do a reaction video, I guess you call it. What else? I've checked the maps here. And on the last video, I also touched on talking about this one particular map with biomes and stuff, and my sharing was not working at the time. Ha! Quite a few things happened on that one. But I did mention we're a bit rusty and we're coming back, so gave you the heads up there. But oh yeah, deserves one of those, and it's typical here on this channel. So heads up there. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was checking into some other Bigfoot stuff. Got some local information here. We'll look at. I don't know how old it is, but came up on my feed, so we'll share it. We'll share that as I look for this. Here it is. It's talking about Bigfoot and this map with biomes and this and that. Well, there's the map there. Cool. We got it on there. I won't even scroll around it or anything, but yeah, it's a little more plain type map. And you can see all the density there in Washington State. Kind of trickles off down here. Kind of heavy in the Sierras, as I was explaining in the other video. But everyone must have been like, what the hell is he talking about? Well, this is what I was talking about. I was going to squeeze in the bottom of Florida there. But yeah, a lot of I was talking about a lot of reports out east. It's amazing. But I think yeah, I don't know how old and how updated this site is. Just if you want to check it out, punch in Bigfoot map and biomes. It should pop up for you there. Clarifying some of the ooh, what was that? Sounded like a little boom out there. Can hear coyotes also. And also when I talk about like when the sirens are going by and I'm like, can the mic pick it up? I've been going back and I've been checking and it doesn't seem like it. So I'll stop mentioning that unless the sirens are outside. But the train, I do believe, does come up every once in a while. We'll see if it pops up tonight. What else we got going on here? So yeah, I was talking about that local. It was actually on Facebook. I don't do Facebook, but I was doing a googly search. And before we get into the report, let's go ahead and pull up this map. And Southern California here. Let's see. So Lake Arrowhead. And I'm trying to think, is that in, is it Riverside County? I'm going to say Riverside. Let's look it up right quick. We could take a peep. We'll do a brave search. California. All right. It says here. Oh, it was close. San Bernardino. Should have known. We got a. What did we touch on last time from San Bernardino? There was a Bigfoot report off the BFRO. We got into that. And so, yeah, this Facebook, that's quite a bit big of a lake there. Quite big of a lake there. And I'm trying to think if I've ever been. I don't think so. I think Granny's been out there. But I do want to check it out sometime. Seems pretty cool. We've pulled out their resort live stream. Checked it out. They got a little deck and you can see some of the water there. It's not bad of a view, but yeah, I've heard several reports before in the past out of Lake Arrowhead and surrounding areas. And let's see, let's pull up this Facebook thing. Thought it was interesting. I got into some of the comments, as I recommend doing. Not always the best thing, depending on, what you're getting into, but there it is. I'll just go ahead and show someone had posted this. So they think they found a footprint there, and it's a nice impression, I guess you could say. But it looks like, I don't know, yeah, something was kind of dug out also. And it was just one. But so I got into the comments there. And let's see. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit. You can see some of the comments there. And I'll do my best to read the parts I found interesting. There was this gentleman by the name of Robert Manresa. And let's see. He mentioned all of the upper backside East Valley Ridge line starting from Silverwood Lake ending to Holcomb Valley is a Bigfoot corridor. Huh. And I was like, oh, really? This guy knows something. And then where is it? So we got to see the replies here. He's mentioning, they're like, oh, Robert, it's not a big footprint. There was something interesting. He said he worked for fire. Let's see here. Of course, I can't find it now. Anyway, but he was mentioning some areas, some interesting areas around there where he's had some encounters around the Lake Arrowhead. And then he mentioned his first visual encounter was out over in Mount Baldy, which we were talking about quite a bit on the last video. And I was like, oh, there goes Mount Baldy again. And yeah, I thought it was really interesting. So again, Mount Baldy calling. And then we read the report. There was a report. So that might have been the San Bernardino one or one of them. Let's see. Boom. All right. So next, I'm excited about this documentary. And it is available on YouTube already. And actually, before that, there's some other news. It was actually breaking news a little while ago. It's at Mount Everest. I believe it was like a gnarly headline. It was like 1,000 hikers stranded, they said. Let's have a look here. So I was like, whoa, that sounds pretty serious. And is that possible? There's like, 1,000 people hiking up there. I mean, I know it's a vast area from what I've seen. And that is over here on a YouTube. Boom, here we go. So this is ABC7, one of our local bigger news stations out here. And let's go ahead and pop this open. Boom, like that.
We've got some breaking news to get to. Rescue efforts are now underway to get nearly 1,000 people that are trapped by a blizzard on Mount Everest. First question is, why would there be allowed to have 1,000 people on the mountain right now? But crews and those from the area are working together to remove snow that's blocking the area where those people are stuck. This is taking place near the border of China and Nepal on the eastern slope of the mountain. Some people that were trapped have already been brought down. Tourism in the area has been suspended.
Wow.
Hey guys, Chris here. Tonight we have a...
Sorry, Chris. Old stuff. Let's see. Last time I also tried playing with these layouts here. Hopefully that worked. My end, it seemed to have changed the screen there, but when I was trying to mess with that on the previous video, it wasn't doing it. So I was like, oh. Again, people are wondering, what's he doing and what's he talking about? There was this little hand raised thing I was trying to show also, which I'll click again. I don't know exactly what that's for, but it did bring something up on my sidebar here. And maybe it's just for someone when I have guests, it lets them know in the studio or something like that. And then there's also these emojis, which I tried popping up last time and I didn't see them pop up. Just did the funny one there. We'll check to see if that pops up. Let me know if you see them. And what else? Oh yeah, announcement. We have an announcement. Yeah, we're going to be on with Squatch and Holler on YouTube. Y'all follow, y'all subscribe to Squatch and Holler. I do. And I got the invite. Go hang out with them and talk some Bigfoot. So that should be exciting. That's going to be later this week, Thursday, 7 Central. So I think that's what, the 5 Pacific, is it? Is it 2 hour difference from Central? I gotta check I believe that's what it is for sure. 7 Central on Thursday. And I'll double check for us out here, Pacific, to be specific. And yeah, come and hang out. Come show your support, which we greatly appreciate here. I want to thank the new subscribers here. I've noticed we've bumped up to 11.1. It was at 11. So you had your 11s there. Yep, you want your 11s? Let's give them the 11s. 11. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So welcome to all the new subscribers and to all the new members and all the previous member and returning members. We appreciate you all. We got the first episode out. Also, High Strangeness in Bluff Creek. Is it Sasquatch? And there's going to be, I want to say, 2 more parts to that. We're going to do the second part. It's going to be we do our little pilgrimage down to the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film site. And, we don't expect for anything to happen down there in that specific region. But you never know. Lightning can strike twice in the same place, I think. Sure it has. So yeah, it shows our journey with a longtime investigator and researcher. Drum roll. Do we need a drum roll for this? Yeah, why not? Let's see. Thomas Steenberg to the office. Yeah, it was a blast hanging out with him and just, hearing his stories, his experiences. And yeah, it's important. We've had several researchers, investigators pass away. We talked about that. And then even recently, we just the other day with all that happening, it seems like back to back, we had Jane Goodall to pass away at the age, I believe it was 91. Wow. And we got to thank Jane for everything she did. Yep. She was a believer in the possibility of Bigfoot. She did some interviews. I think I remixed one of those here. I'm sure I did over on TikTok. Man, I have not been active over there at all, but yeah, she will be missed. And so, yeah, we got to, take care of our older folk in the game. That she was an important one with, I guess you could say, credentials like Dr. Meldrum. We have other credentials that are not valid in that field. But yeah, no, I'm not big. I respect science, but I heard even someone say recently, like, science is a religion or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like science is catching up to a lot of the stuff that seems far out and strange and not possible. And before you know it, science is like, oh yeah, this and this and that, especially nowadays with tech and AI and all that stuff quickening. Yeah, my days seem to be going real fast, trying to hang on. Yeah, so let's get into this trailer. Yeah, new trailer by and it's interesting because Politis dropped the video before dropping the trailer, so that was cool. But he mentioned, what else did he mention? That, yeah, Bigfoot had nothing to do with the 411, which I've heard him say before, but at other times it seems like it's almost, shifting that way. And, I've brought up my beliefs before. I think it's all of the above, everything, portals, UFOs, Bigfoot, cryptids, traffic of all sorts, everything. So much we don't know. But yeah, I do think, because you've heard about it in the UFO topic. for years, the abductions and stuff, and then in the world of like the little people, and there's talks of that, the Fae taking people, and yeah, very bizarre stuff. I think it's all that. Be careful when you're out picking them berries or mushrooms, hunting. I think it could happen anywhere. Not only in national parks, which is a big one. That's scary too. I seen a national park video the other day, and they were talking about all the different little critters, mites, down to the mites, and some other animals and stuff. But the video was eerie. It was a beautiful lady that was presenting the video, and or presenting the information. But I was thinking in the back of my head, I wonder if she knows of all the stuff that they don't tell us out of the national parks, and like the missing 411 phenomenon, the Bigfoot, other cryptids, other strange things. And just like if she did know, and just not mentioning any of that in the video is just like that made me feel kind of weird. But yeah, it's something. Even the logo of the national parks trips me out. Speaking of national parks, look, we're rocking our national parks shirt today. I would turn around and show you the back. It has all like the logos of all the different. I've shown it before. Yeah, it'd be fun to check them all out. Been to Yosemite a couple times. Need to go spend more time there. Sierras have been calling a whole lot too. Yeah, let me know if you got a place up in the Sierras. Give me an invite. All right, the trailer. So the trailer, he also mentioned that he got some of the best. I think he said experts. It really spiced up the movie. The doc. And I was like, all right, I'm excited to see who's on there. And then there was a few clips. I guess I should be doing this during the trailer. We could stop and pause and all that stuff too. But I think we should be all right playing it through. He wants this out there, so we're sharing it this way. And much respect, Dave. I know some of my friends may feel different, and some of my friends actually know him. Yeah, no, keep bringing the information out. Keep bringing that 411 out as clear as possible. And yeah, we all, each one teach one, learn, and try to figure some things out. Not saying we'll figure it all out, but we can get somewhere. And let's see. So this is also available on YouTube. I checked his websites, and I think one of them is down. He had a new one up. Looked all cool. We presented it here. And that is no longer available. It seems like his older website's up. Two of them. What is it? NABF, or it's NABS. Yeah, NABS, something like that. North American Bigfoot Search. That one's up, in the missing 411 one. Or Canab missing, I think it is. Let's see here. And we'll get into something else. Steve Stockton touched on a really good case locally here. Let's see here. Here it is. Let's go ahead and cue this up. And here we go. Uh-oh. I had to pause it here, huh? Uh-oh. Here we go. I was going to say, there's a few clips, and I think there might be, it's the one with the looks like the crime tape. And I'm like, darn, it's a, what's his name? He does all the Bigfoots from the waist up. Hoaxer. It'll come to me. I'm like, dude, he threw one of those clips in, and then some of the other clips, and then I don't know, but it was cool to see MK Davis on there. And actually, MK Davis earlier tonight was on. Sorry, I had to pause here. He was on with a Dukefoot over at World Bigfoot Radio. And yeah, he was presenting some of his videos there, some of his breakdowns, which is always interesting to watch. Last one was like focusing on Patty's boobs, and which is a really good one, believe me. I was like, yeah. Here we go. What else did I wanted to comment on this
Simply some creature. There's two divergent thoughts on what Bigfoot is. One side believes it's an ape, gorilla. The other school of thought is it's multidimensional.
There's a physical and a non-physical aspect to it.
You got Bigfoot.
All right. Is it John Keel? Am I saying that correct? He's super cool. Chestnut Ridge. Yeah, I like his work, and he's been around a long time. I know he's got some mileage under his belt, so enough respect.
You got orbs. The two go hand in hand.
You're gonna have a Bigfoot sighting and then
We got orbs, folks. Let's rewind that. So I'm super interested. I talk a lot about the orbs and in the recent tent situation with the light shining and everything. Oh man, it's really got me thinking. I haven't stopped thinking about that. We'll do a little show. One of the clips might even show better. I think I have that queued up. Hopefully, if I remember. Yeah, let's rewind that a little.
there's a physical and a non-physical aspect to it.
You got Bigfoot, you got orbs. The two go hand in hand.
You're gonna have a Bigfoot sighting and then a UFO sighting or vice versa.
There is strangeness attached to almost every meaningful Bigfoot encounter.
We started tracking this creature.
Oh, I see. They got a Barb Shoop. They threw her clip in there, which is what people are calling now the Predator cloak, Predator mode, Jimmerman. Yeah, super cool. I'm excited to see her on there. Navajo Rangers. I forget that brother's name right there, but yeah, super interesting man there. I've listened to his presentations online before, so always interested what he has to say.
Skinwalker Ranch. Research on orbs, Bigfoot, the rare unusual creatures on Skinwalker Ranch.
There's a lot of information that doesn't get talked about. The paranormal things that no ape could certainly.
So I see they used Stacy Brown's thermal clip there, but then they also threw in that Todd Standing one, which I like. There's a few Todd Standings I like. I'm not saying it's really Bigfoot, but there were good videos. And yeah, it's running up the hill there. What do y'all think about that? Just using some Todd Stanton. This is the call this guy into the office. Sonny Vader. Yeah, so I don't think this is a real Bigfoot clip. But, this one is actually one of the newer ones that have been floating around the internet. Yeah, come on, Dave. I'm sure someone else that probably put that together for him.
There's a lot of information that doesn't get talked about. The paranormal things that no ape could certainly do.
If you're out to solve a problem, you're gonna have to know all aspects of it.
I saw Sasquatch and vanished into thin air.
Through the night vision, seeing something completely different.
There's things out there we just don't see or understand. Has the ability to float.
They were astonishing to see.